Now if we come to classification of proteins, based how classic proteins are being classified, there are three different ways through which you can classify proteins. First of all, we have classification of प्रोटीन्स को डिवाइड कैसे करेंगे या उनको कैटेगराइज कैसे करेंगे, दैट इज द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्रोटीन्स. Now the first way through which you can classify proteins is functional classification of proteins will essentially be structural proteins, catalytic proteins, transport proteins, hormonal proteins जो अभी पढ़े थे अपन. कॉन्ट्रैक्टाइल प्रोटीन्स रहते. कॉन्ट्रैक्टाइल प्रोटीन्स के बारे में आपको नहीं बोला मैं. कॉन्ट्रैक्टाइल प्रोटीन्स और एसेंशियली एक्टिन एंड मायोसिन. आप लोगों को स्केलेटल सिस्टम के बारे में पढ़ा है, हाउ मसल मूवमेंट अकर्स.
Yesterday only started.
अच्छा, yesterday only started. अच्छा ठीक है. सो एक्टिन एंड मायोसिन बोल के छोटे छोटे फाइबर्स रहते हैं जो आपके सेल्स के अंदर रहते हैं. These actin and myosin fibers essentially are लोग को माइक्रोफाइबर्स भी बोलते हैं. ये करते क्या? These are responsible for movement of tissue. They are responsible for movement of cell, and to a certain extent, actually, they are also responsible for movement of cell organelles. ठीक है. ये जो रहते हैं, imagine them as springs. ठीक है. स्प्रिंग जो रहता, ऐसा रहता ना एक स्प्रिंग. नाउ अच्छा, have you all ever used a spring kind of weighing machine, in the sense you'll have to hold that machine in your hand and you'll have to hook a baggage or something, and it'll have a tension spring on it. It'll be able to gauge the amount of weight that bag has. कभी देखे वो?
Yes, sir.
देखे ना? Okay. So if you add a bag on this end, let us suppose you add a heavy bag on this end and it weighs about, let's suppose 10 kgs. तो यहाँ पर जो मीटर रहता है उस पे this scale will go up to 10 kgs. ठीक है. And during that time what will happen is this spring will expand quite a lot. So rather than looking like that, it might look like this. ठीक है. Now as soon as you are removing the bag, what is happening is this will coil back down. Those contractile proteins work something in the same way. ठीक है. Contractile proteins यहाँ पर क्या करते हैं? Let us suppose एक सेल ऑर्गेनल है, फॉर एग्जांपल माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एग्जांपल. प्लीज एक्सक्यूज द डायग्राम. इमेजिन दिस इज द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. ठीक है. बदसूरत माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया है, बट इमेजिन दिस इज द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. अब इसको क्या होता, आके आपका एक्टिन या मायोसिन फाइबर अटैच होता. ठीक है. And this fiber will essentially start contracting. Once it starts contracting, that what do you call mitochondria will start going towards the direction where that contraction is occurring. ठीक है. आप क्या कर रहे हैं essentially, ये actin molecule या myosin molecule जो है उसको पकड़ के, imagine it is hooking onto this mitochondria, and that hook is essentially contracting in such a way that the mitochondria moves towards the direction of that fiber. And once that mitochondria has moved, or once that organelle has moved, the hook will get removed and the actin molecule is released. That is essentially the function of a contractile protein. It will contract and it will cause movement. Now, it might cause intercellular movement, it might cause intracellular movement, sometimes it will also cause intermuscular movement as well. Okay, you'll learn about this, that in skeletal movement, but for now just remember it this way. Okay. Then you can classify proteins based on the storage function. Genetic proteins भी रहते हैं थोड़े. Genetic proteins nucleoproteins या histone proteins को बोलते हैं. Histone proteins are a part of your DNA. आप लोगों को DNA का helix पढ़ा है? I did not go into the details of DNA. पढ़ाए थे?
Class 11.
Okay, so you have heard about histone proteins then. Histone proteins are the proteins around which your this thing genetic or DNA material is wound. ठीक है. That will make your chromosomes. आपके chromosomes जो है, आपका chromosomes को अगर आप unwind करें, imagine a chromosome as a sweater. ठीक है. Think of chromosome as a sweater. If you start what do you call unknitting, if that is a word, you start going in the reverse direction and you start opening that sweater, what will happen is you'll start getting a thread of, the yarn, right? You'll start getting a thread of the yarn which through which you made the sweater. In this scenario, वो जो thread है, that is essentially DNA, and in that thread, imagine there are small small stones. Those stones will essentially be histone proteins. Histone proteins के अतराफ DNA wrap होता, and it'll go, 3 times, 2.5 times actually, I think, and it will continue the process. ये है proteins के अतराफ coil हो के, you will end up getting a chromosome. All right, you'll also have something called nucleoproteins that are present inside the nucleus. Then there is another class way of classifying it based on its immune function. Defensive proteins बोलते हैं उन लोगों को. Clotting factors है, immunoglobulins है, interferons है. All of them will come under defensive proteins. या फिर receptor proteins. These are all different ways through which you can classify functional proteins. Classify protein based on their function. Okay, you will have about 9 different classes: structural, catalytic, transport, hormonal, contractile. Just write them down. So we already went through this, but structural, catalytic, enzymatic भी बोल सकते हैं इसको, catalytic, ठीक है, एंजाइम का काम कर रही है. ट्रांसपोर्ट, हार्मोनल, contractile, storage, genetic, defense, and receptor. Okay. These are the 9 different classes of proteins based on their function. Then another way of classifying proteins is based on their chemical nature. Chemical nature. Second. Chemical nature and solubility. Now, based on chemical nature, proteins are classified into 3 broad categories: simple proteins, conjugated proteins, and derived proteins. Once again, I'll show you an image how they look. Yeah, classification based on chemical structure and classification based on solubility. So simple proteins are again divided into globular proteins and scleroproteins. So simple proteins ka, see, the basic definition is that these proteins will essentially yield amino acid on complete hydrolysis. If you break down simple proteins, आपको directly खाली amino acids आएंगे. Even though they might be scleroproteins which are responsible for structural integrity of certain molecules, and you have globular proteins which have a different function like albumins, globulins, and all of them. ठीक है, ये एसेंशियली जो प्रोटीन्स रहते हैं बहुत सिंपल रहते हैं. इन लोगों को जब ब्रेक डाउन करते हैं आपको सिर्फ अमाइनो एसिड्स आते हैं. देन यू हैव कॉन्जुगेटेड प्रोटीन्स. कॉन्जुगेटेड प्रोटीन्स जो है, these are a combination of a simple protein and something which is non protein molecule. ठीक है, उसको प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप बोलते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट अस सपोज अपन ग्लूकोप्रोटीन या म्यूकोप्रोटीन को लिए. Let's suppose we talk about glucoprotein or glycoprotein भी बोलते हैं उसको, glycoprotein या mucoprotein. Glycoproteins are combination of a protein and a carbohydrate. ठीक है, वो carbohydrate molecule जो attached रहता है protein में, that will be called a prosthetic group. अच्छा, have you all ever seen a patient who does not have a limb or does not have a limb, essentially hand या leg? कभी देखे patient or any person who does not have a hand or limb?
Yes, sir.
देखे ना?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, some
Yes,
of them,
sir.
not all of them, but some of them will have an artificial hand or an artificial leg attached to them, so that they can walk and they can do daily functions properly, to a certain extent at least. I'm sure you must have seen this. Wood ka arm, ya wood ka leg, ya plastic ka arm, or sometimes if they have enough money, they might get a proper mechanical arm or a mechanical leg. Okay? As in the metal wala. That arm or leg which they are attaching, that will be part of prosthetics. Okay, prosthetics is the science that deals with giving limbs to those who do not have limbs, maybe all of the limbs, or essentially you are giving them a replacement. यहाँ पर prosthetic group जो है, prosthetic group are additional molecules that are attached to the protein in order to satisfy some function. ठीक है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल ग्लाइकोप्रोटीन है, ग्लाइकोप्रोटीन इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ अ कार्बोहाइड्रेट एंड अ प्रोटीन। या म्यूकोप्रोटीन है, म्यूकोप्रोटीन इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ म्यूकोपॉलीसैकेराइड्स लाइक hyaluronic acid या chondroitin along with प्रोटीन्स। लिपोप्रोटीन्स रहते हैं, लिपोप्रोटीन्स के बारे में आप इससे पहले पढ़े, जो काइलोमाइक्रॉन्स, एचडीएल, एलडीएल, लास्ट चैप्टर में इन सॉरी नॉट लास्ट, आई थिंक लास्ट में पढ़े शायद ना अपन, हाँ, we studied about this thing, high density lipoprotein, low density lipoprotein, the good fat and the bad fat, intermediate density lipoprotein. Those are also conjugated proteins. In that, the protein molecule has a prosthetic group in the form of a lipid. ठीक है। फॉस्फोप्रोटीन्स रहते हैं, क्रोमोप्रोटीन्स रहते हैं, बहुत बहुत अलग टाइप ऑफ प्रोटीन्स रहते हैं। दीज आर ऑल कॉन्जुगेटेड प्रोटीन्स। एक प्रोटीन है जिसके साथ आप किसी चीज को कॉन्जुगेट कर रहे हैं। कॉन्जुगेशन का मतलब मिक्सिंग है और अटैचिंग है स्पेसिफिकली। ठीक है। इफ यू लेट सपोज आई टेक ए एंड आई अटैच बी टू इट, this process is called conjugation. I am conjugating A and B. Okay. Conjugated proteins are exactly that. If I break down conjugated protein, I will not get only amino acids, I will get amino acids plus something. Okay. Then finally, I have the third classification, which is derived lipids. So simple proteins, sorry, derived proteins, simple proteins, conjugated proteins, and derived proteins. Derived proteins may be primary derived proteins or secondary derived proteins रहते हैं. Derived proteins as such जो है, these are formed from simple and conjugated proteins. तो आप simple protein and conjugated protein को ले रहे, उनका chemical and physical structure change कर रहे, and उससे आप एक conjugated or derived protein बना रहे। तो simple plus conjugated protein will give you a derived protein. What are examples of derived proteins? Certain hormones are examples of derived proteins. For example, peptide hormones like vasopressin, so ADH essentially, vasopressin जो है antidiuretic hormone, या oxytocin, thyrotropin releasing hormone, bradykinin, angiotensin 1, angiotensin 2, गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टिनल हॉर्मोन्स, गैस्ट्रिन, सेक्रेटिन या फिर ग्लूटाथायोन, ये पूरे जो है डायराइव्ड प्रोटीन्स है। आपकी बॉडी क्या कर रही, सिंपल प्रोटीन ले रही, उसके साथ एक कॉन्जुगेटेड प्रोटीन ले रही, दोनों को मिला दे रही, and it is making a derived protein. It is deriving certain proteins for its own use, for a specific use. All right. Now, the third and the final classification of proteins will be based on nutrition. Be careful when you write the classification. The previous one that we studied was nutritional classification of amino acids. Here we are studying about nutritional classification of proteins. Based on nutritional requirements, you have three different types of proteins. Again, first one is called a complete protein. Then you have a partially incomplete protein. And then you have completely or incomplete proteins essentially. Okay. Let me just type it out, it will be easier. Incomplete. Okay. Complete proteins जो है, ये proteins are found in very few sources. They have all the essential amino acids that your body needs. For example, egg. Egg के अंदर जो albumin रहता, या फिर milk के अंदर जो casein रहता, milk protein which has casein and egg protein which is albumin, that is a complete protein. Both of them are complete sources of proteins, meaning they have all the 10 essential amino acids that your body needs. Okay. Then you have partially incomplete proteins. Partially incomplete proteins will have one or two essential amino acids lacking in them, meaning out of the 10 essential amino acids that your body needs, एक या दो missing रहते. For example, you have rice protein या wheat protein. इनके अंदर lysine और threonine नहीं रहता. ठीक है? They have one or two amino acids less. That is why they are called partially incomplete proteins. Then finally you have incomplete proteins, like properly incomplete proteins. For example, you have gelatin. इनके अंदर बहुत सारे अमाइनो एसिड्स मिसिंग रहते हैं. They do not have a lot of essential amino acids, and as such they do not promote growth as such. उन लोगों का न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू उतना अच्छा नहीं रहता. ठीक है. You will not hear people eating gelatin for nutritional requirements, but you will see people eating egg for nutritional requirements or milk for nutritional requirements, because it is a more complete protein. Gelatin or even zine बोल के एक protein रहता, this is also an incomplete protein. ठीक है. Zine lacks tryptophan and it will lack lysine, two very very important amino acids. Now, tomorrow we'll start with functions of different amino acids and what are the important substances that can be derived from these amino acids. Okay, what will happen when those amino acids are very less in amount? क्या deficiencies होते हैं, क्या diseases होते हैं, so on and so forth. यहाँ तक समझ में आया आज की class? What are
Yes, sir.
classification of proteins and blah blah.
Yes,
There's a lot of
sir.
memorization
Yes,
to do.
sir.
Make sure that
Yes,
you read and study regularly, क्योंकि ये बहुत सारा memorization है, भूल जाते. ठीक है. Make sure you practice it regularly.